Hi everyone, this is Lisa from the Rhinestone World, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick overview of the improvements and new features added to tracing in Silhouette Studio version 4.0. Now right now I have my Silhouette Studio open and my trace panel is set right here. So one thing to note is that the trace panel is over here on the side and it has the same icon except the colors are taken out. So we have our little butterfly, we'll go over here, and then this is basically our old trace panel from before. You'll see that a couple things are moved around, but basically it's the same thing. So we're going to select trace area, bring this up, and one thing to note is that the high pass filter will default to off. So that helps us out a lot because most times we don't need it. And you can see that the shape is all yellow here. Well, one difference with Silhouette Studio now is that you can choose to either have a solid fill for your trace like in previous versions, or you can have just the outline show up. So if it's easier for you to see the cut lines of what you are tracing, you can do that by doing outline. But all these other options are the same. Go back to solid fill, trace, and then here we go. We have our little beach ball right here, and we'll choose our color, and now we're all set. So now we have a vector. Now this is where we get to some of the new features. So let's go right here, and I have this little ice cream cone. So tracing this in 3.0 would prove to be fairly difficult because you can see that the pink and the light brown are similar in tone, and so with 3.0 it would trace by brightness, and so because these are pretty similar in their brightness, it was very hard to distinguish them and you had to do multiple traces. But we can go right here to the eyedropper and trace by color. So we're going to go right here, trace by color, and the first thing I'm going to select is the ice cream. So you can see it has grabbed the ice cream and the cone at the bottom. Like I told you before, the same brightness. Right here we have our tolerance. We can bring this down and basically say, hey, don't grab so much color. And check that out. Now we have just the ice cream. Then we'll go ahead and trace. And then trace by color again. Let's click the black outline. Now you can see the outline, and we can kind of adjust the tolerance just a little bit. And then we'll go right here. Trace by color. Oh, trace, sorry. And then we'll do one more trace by color. And then we're going to grab right here. So again, it grabbed the pink again, so we're going to bring our tolerance down. And then we'll bring that up just a little bit. There we go. So now we have the ice cream cone, trace. And so we're all set. Let's move this out of the way. And now it looks basically the same. So let's grab right here. Here's our outline. Fill that in. Let's go and let's move this to the side. Let's grab our little ice cream cone. Fill that in. And then the cone itself. Fill that in. And then we have a trace done very quickly with the trace by color options in Silhouette Studio. And so we have one more. This is just an improvement. So now we have something called magnet trace. Now this combines basically point editing and trace and detach from version 3.0. So we're going to go right here to our magnet trace. We'll turn it on, and then you can see I have this little polka dot that shows up and it snaps to this outline here. So we're going to go ahead, kind of go across, and I don't have to be super accurate because it's snapping in place. It's like a magnet. So we're going to go right here. Grab this little dog. I went a little bit off, but that's okay. And then we're just going to keep tracing around our little dog. So check that out. And we have our little points around here. So this is great if you're going to do print and cut. You can go ahead, take something out from behind the background, set it up, print it, and then you already have your cut line set all around it for you to cut it later. So those are the quick overview of the new features and improvements that are done to tracing in Silhouette Studio version 4.0. If you have any other questions, you can call us at 941-755-1696 or comment below.